A lot of protests, songs, and even bands have emerged out of moments through media, music, and expressed, as always, through art throughout humanity. Indian Instagram has been filled with protests. Songs have resurfaced that also generated protests or change politically or something because they had a hidden meaning or they had meaning behind the bloody song rather than just a nice pop track. Of course, there's been a ton of protests going out at the moment, especially regarding the educational part of India. We thought we would learn that this is actually not a new phenomenon. It's been happening for quite a while, and then we shall also dive deep into what's been currently happening in India.
हाँ मेरा भाई ये तो नोटों की सरकार है ना नोट से बनाते अपने बेटों को ये स्टार है ना कितने बेकार क्यों ये आपस में झंकार है ना बाकी पूरा देश डूबे इनकी नैया पार है ना.
That's cool.
So this song, the slogan Asadi gained popularity amongst Indian youth through 2016 JNU protests. In 2019, Dub Sharma and Divine transformed the chant into a hip-hop track, turning into a powerful anthem of protest at the time. Hence why I think this went super viral. I think we'll probably find out a lot of the songs probably end up talking about, sort of recurrent issues.
Yes, I think the themes would be pretty common amongst the youth.
Yes.
Yes, actually, I read a lot about the impact of this film. It changed the whole generation.
For a song that has so much pain, fucking hell. Well, that Reggae de Basante was interesting, right? Because it was all to do essentially with the planes, piloting.
A lost sense of patriotism in the nation.
It was also like a lot of people felt betrayed based on what we got to learn. Obviously, what Reggae de Basante as the movie, represents. It's also then historically the historical figures that they're all sort of embodying, but then also what it sort of sparked. And even when we reviewed the movie at the time, if you look at that comment section, people are saying like, "Oh, this even is somewhat relevant now because there's been some issues with planes even at the moment, like in the military,
the corruption within
that's right
the system itself."
So. That seems to be a big topic of conversation. This used to happen also a lot in Venezuela, where a lot of songs actually, especially the ones that survived the tests of time, usually had a political connotation to them or spoke about a specific, if you'd like, protest at the time.
Yeah, so societal intrigue or problem.
Stress, like societal, like a problem of the time that then in some way or another still present now.
Yeah.
Like it's still relevant now.
I love the lyricism of that. It's so incredibly beautiful and it's relevant in any moment.
It's also intriguing as well how, especially with Indian singing per se, how intent changes so much in the singing phrase. Like he said the same phrase, twice. The first time he had one meaning, but then the second time his intent is completely different. It's like, please listen to me.
Yeah, speak because you still have life.
So this was written in 1941 by Faiz Ahmed Faiz, and it's a poem that was a call to speak the truth in the face of censorship, colonial ruling and repression. At the time, you'd find not only in India, but all throughout the world, actually, that during moments of oppression, repression, slavery, murder, war, essentially just some sort of an oppressing power to the people, it being present, the best way that humanity has found its way to express itself has been hidden in art. Basically, the right messaging just fucking say it's a poem. So as a matter of fact, some anthems, like national anthems, started like that. It became, they're essentially an anthem, a song, and then they essentially ended up representing an independence or a moment or a movement. This was, should have been in Swedish. What the fuck was that song about?
Is it not? Was it not in Swedish?
It feels like it, right? The song
would be.
is used in protest edits to convey the dissent that can come from a place of love for one's country, not rejection of it. It's funny, isn't it, how A.R. Rahman is always so plastered in I mean, maybe plastered is the wrong fucking word, but he's very much intertwined with like patriotism, especially the songs that he's decided to remake or he's decided to compose. Very, very intriguing that he's always A.R.
Yeah, his representation of his nation musically is so beautiful, and it is actually so palpable, his love for the motherland, that he actually makes it a feeling that everybody else can assimilate.
We've made our opinions on politics and how artists and actors and just people in the public figures or fucking even nowadays even influencers go into politics, and we've made it very clear that actually we think you should get into politics if you're an expert in politics, if you've studied political science, if you have something to give, if you know the law, if because just because you have an opinion or a platform or you're popular does not make you an expert in the field.
It doesn't make you a politician, I'm sorry.
So, but obviously, if you want to fucking do it, you do what you want. It's your life. But I'll always be very weary of those types of individuals because, especially the actor types, I don't know how people can ignore the fact that, like, you
deceive for money.
This guy's deceived us in the movies. Like, he pretends, and now
also,
like
I just think I think popularity is not a
should
good
shouldn't be a
platform.
metric for
it's not a good platform for politics.
But I also don't know the solution. So I don't. Hence why we don't fucking talk about this too much. You can see how much of a, say for example, you're someone that has a lot of economical power because you've become an expert in your field. That brings usually up about money, and you have now financial power. You now have contacts and connections, and you see then the troubles of the people, and you hear the letters, and you see your constituents that essentially end up becoming your constituents, and you feel empathy for them, and you want to make a change. So you see it from that moment, and you sort of understand. Well, it makes sense that someone like an actor, Kangan, I think she's someone that's transitioned into politics, right? A ton of artists, I think, in India have transitioned into politics. You can see how they can make that step.
Yeah, definitely.
I think, for example, as of late, one of the actors of Three Idiots ended up going on a protest, like on a hunger strike, and that inspired a lot of people. So with protests, I think I'm a bit more lenient. Because you are the people.
Yes.
Just because you're famous don't mean you fucking can't have a voice.
No, and that doesn't mean that the troubles of the political climate doesn't affect you. They affect you like everybody else, and I think that's a really cool position to use your influence.
But
however,
it always is murky waters.
However, though, when you take those powers, well, not powers, but your influence, and try to then institutionalize it and
gets tricky,
politics.
Isn't it? It's tricky.
It's just, but I will have to say, as an artist, there is incredible source of inspiration coming from oppression, coming from suffering. Actually, the greatest pieces of art ever made, from paintings to poems written to books to expressions of art itself, come from moments of oppression and suffering, and I think this is the very core of it.
ये धरती धड़ धड़ धड़केगी ये धरती
She's so elegant, wow.
Beautiful.
और अहले हकम के
My God. These sort of like protest songs that could get you killed, if you know.
Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah. Like, given the context.
This was also, again, a familiar face, a familiar, I guess, poet. This was also Faiz Ahmed Faiz. In response to the authoritarian rule in Pakistan, the poem became a global protest anthem, including India, after singer Iqbal Bano sang it wearing a sari at an event. At the time, there was a restriction in wearing saris in public Pakistan. So obviously, just I think that's why she sort of wear it in such a manner. Even until today, I also feel like it doesn't surprise me that a country like India that has such history, especially like the last 100 years, fucking brutal, but the fucking previous 300 years weren't easy either. And then the more I've just
so
some soft
rich.
reading on India, like the history of Bharat. Not our favorite character, but Bharat. It's
The
like,
nation.
yeah, it's so interesting because and then it makes sense on how musically also it's so rich, and the poems wise, and poetry and plays and dance styles. It's been a very interesting place to study from a musical standpoint and from an arts standpoint. Yeah, this was the youth coming into politics, right? That's like the awakening.
Yeah, it's like the new consciousness.
Right. Oh, because the country's going to be yours for longer
Yeah.
than your parents. In the future.
Because they were sort of letting the older generation be the patriots and...
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Rocks and packs, huh?
This is such documentary style.
Well, that one's interesting, right? Because it was essentially about promoting change in your local communities and stuff like this. I think it's fairly obvious now, but especially with the new generation, it's like there's been many cases at the moment in Asia. I mean, like Nepal was a good example of that, right? I think now what's happening in India, but it's like I think a lot of the new Gen Z fuckers like us are starting to find out that actually it's like
You can make a difference.
yeah, it's like boy,
you
can you make a difference? It's
Yeah.
like. And yeah, maybe it comes with protests. It comes with making your voices heard and stuff like that. But it's like now everyone basically has a platform. Sad.
बोले मुझे जब आती इस देश के लोगों की बातों याद दिलाता रहियो इनको पूरी मिट्टी की औकात मैं एंटी गवर्नमेंट ये बोले एंटी नेशनल मैं इंटरनेशनल एंटी एस्टैब्लिशमेंट तू बहुत ही मेहनती और सेंटिमेंटल डिफरेंट जहरीला केमिकल इन सारे कीड़ों के लिए जो करते गाने शेयर पर करना चाहते हमें मन ही मन कैंसर.
So what was this deal here? So let's have a look. So for this song, the song questions who gets to define patriotism today, while rejects the labels like anti-national and embracing an anti-establishment stance. Its themes of resistance have made it resonate a lot with the youth who view it as an anthem of dissent. No surprise that rap as also
it's the primary medium for protest.
Correct.
Actually,
modern medium of poetry.
yes, but you think about it, the rappers have always been the first ones to sort of like
Speak the truth.
highlight the inconsistencies and the inequalities of the socio-political environments of wherever they might be. And I think that it's part of the truth of the genre.
I agree.
Yeah,
So the whole
I love this.
Well, that one was about it was the Tibet. Was that what they were protesting? Is that what
Yeah.
the flags were saying? I don't know. I mean, at the moment, I can't remember when Rockstar comes out. 2014. 13. So I think that was very much a hot topic, and given the proximity, I think it resonated a lot with a bunch of people. But it essentially became popular, or like became a big movement, because of student demonstrations, based on our understanding of it.
चट्टानों ने पाला है अंदर काला बाहर काला पर सच्चा है सारा
La.
That was so good, though. Again, it was so phenomenal on the
In the
integration
movie.
of the film
It
that
did.
it really made you feel like, yeah, I'm ready to fight and run through a wall.
Also, like that movie's heavy, bro. Like
movie's tough.
Milka Bag is not an easy movie in terms of like the topics it's covering and stuff, but musically, they both lyrically, musical compositions wise, so well made.
Yes.
If the quality is really high, you can basically say whatever you want. It's really interesting. Like if the quality is really good and the integration is really good, you could fucking put in there whatever you wish.
It's literally the greatest example of that in modern times. It's the sausage song that this guy just made.
So that song, it was a direct critique of corruption, inequality, religious polarization in India, and its uncompromising social commentary that made it a significant protest track. I'm sure.
Sense. Makes sense.
It's also Prophet, so I'm sure. Also, it didn't have to go this. It didn't have to be this good.
It didn't have to be this great.
Yeah, look. That's sick. Why are they good though? What the fuck?
No idea. Hi.
So this one is the song became a protest anthem because its lyrics about enduring repeated setbacks. Its appointment deeply resonated with students participating in India's 2026 Gen Z-led protests over exam paper leaks and education reform. Oh, what the fuck? So that's to do with the current one.
Yeah, the current.
I see. Anyone who is never known love is truly God's favorite. It's more inciting. Connected to the protest of now?
You can really hear the modern take of this.
It's a sentiment.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can also see the potential of being sung in a large group of people. Interesting. Wow, okay. Ooh, this is unsettling.
It's been widely adopted into the latest student. What the fuck?
Again, Bloodywood would fit anything.
They're very straightforward.
Not gonna lie, I love Bloodywood.
Bloodywood is awesome.
Bloodywood is great.
Bloodywood awesome.
From what they represent to what they have achieved internationally, I think this is one of those bands that when they drop a societally speaking song that you will listen,
It's intriguing as well on how you see that changing sound also with the generations,
Correct. It's a good song though. Good rhyming rhythm too.
Well, of course, it's Gen Z, isn't it?
आज है डे 3 और आज हमें मिला स्पाइडरमैन
Oh my god!
The system fucking him.
Doing the TikTok trends and playing badminton over the barriers is crazy. Spider-Man.
I thought it was Tyler.
Well, if you're gonna,
I mean, they have fun,
might
right?
as well have fun with it. Concert. Yeah.
Pangra.
Hell yeah. Why is he having such a good time?
Doing Subway Surfer.
Freedom!
And then it's Gen Z, bro. My generation is special.
Yeah, we balance it out.
Mumbai police arrested a group of students protesting. Oh god. See ya. Well, that's an amateur mistake, isn't it? You would presume they would have locked the thing. Fight like a girl. You think you can hurt me by calling me anti-national? I've been called Chinese my entire life. What the fuck?
Good!
Women with a spine, no joda.
Eso. That's pretty cool. I love that.
India's got Leighton.
Oh no.
I wonder if he'll address it. He's always very vocal about things, and
I'm sure he will.
we don't follow Twitter for many reasons. But motherfuckers are asking for little Bihari's never disappointed us. They're asking for tear gas and the water cannons to get rid from the heat. Please, mate, come
Actually,
on.
sir,
Come on.
shower us. What are you doing?
What are you doing, bro? It's
We're
fucking
dying
hot.
out here.
So it was nationwide, the protest.
That's what I was just
Well,
noticing. I thought it was like metro cities, like the pinnacles of like. It usually is the biggest cities that have movements like this, but it happened nationwide.
2026.
Wow.
So what was the dealio? India is called the cockroach movement. It outs the minister, but Ken Modi. This is the most Gen Z fucking headline. India's Gen Z cockroach People's Party started a satire, but it's serious about to change.
Yeah, it is funny, but we're serious.
India's education minister tendered his registration on Saturday. What a lovely word, tendered. I mean, fuck him, apparently. Meeting a key demand of students whose anti-government protests swelled this week beyond the capital, New Delhi, and onto streets of more than a dozen cities. Following the news, registration of the education minister Dharmendra Pradhan, a spokesman for protest leaders Sufra Das, called on demonstrators, mostly students, to go home. He said the protest, which began early June, would end in good faith.
June?
Damn,
the
let me go.
protest started in June?
The students held Pradhan responsible for a series of leaks in nationwide exams for university seats or government jobs, which millions of students take every year. The protest posed for most serious challenge to the 12-year rule of India's Hindu nationalist Prime Minister Narendra Modi for weeks. Oh, he's the Prime
Narendra
Minister.
Modi.
For weeks. Bro, I swear to you, I thought it was...
Yeah, you called him Mohammed.
I wasn't that far off. Narendra M.N. For weeks, the government had ignored the protesters, then vilified them, with the education minister calling them protest leaders the B team of terrorists. Jesus Christ. According to Indian Daily, well, just based on the footage, I think that's a stretch.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well,
I don't think anyone would bring Spider-Man if you're really a T group, because I can't even say that word. Presenters of Modi loyal media outlets suggested the protest leaders were paid India's enemy's neighbor, Pakistan. Poor Pakistan taking the blame for no reason.
anything.
Meanwhile, some 21-year-old dressed as a dinosaur. The government realized that the familiar playbook says often deployed to deal with these kinds of agitations was not working. He added they were not easily to undermine the credibility. But what the fuck?
But what is the resolution? What?
Win one, fix many. Students one, system zero. So he resigned.
Okay.
But what?
Accountability one. But
Reported at least dozen students died by S following the announcement, with some leaving notes behind saying that they could not bear the idea of resitting the exam. The students' leaders also demanded action against the security personnel who attacked the protesters. I don't... What was the problem?
Bro, imagine the grueling process of preparing for these exams is insane. And then you go through these exams and then they call it invalid after.
Was forced to resign under massive pressure from student protesters demanding accountability for the leak of questions paper. So basically they leaked the fucking answers and the questions, and therefore I guess in some way the answers. So then it means that everyone had taken the exam?
Yeah, everybody who took the exam would have actually been annulled. Like that exam wouldn't count, so they would have to resit the exam.
Jesus.
That's why this is such a big deal, because you would have to redo it.
Because I also feel like that probably might have been the detonator.
catalyst,
But I also feel like maybe there's some other stuff going on behind the scenes. Oh, here you go. Before Pradhan was the only minister in the government to have resigned was MJ Akbar, the junior foreign minister who was accused of SH during his time as an editor. Gen Z protesters were undeterred by the BJP's rigid reluctance to take responsibility for scams and scandals. Yeah, because I think there's more.
Yeah, there's more to that.
I think there's way more to this, and it's way deeper, because this might have been the detonator, but I think just based on the movies and what people tell us on the DMs and stuff, the education system in India is it's very intense.
Very impressive, yeah.
Very impressive, obviously. I mean, fucking look at any first world country at the moment. It's like everyone's fucking from India that's has a degree, a master's, a PhD or something. But it's also apparently has a ton of issues. So
it feels like it is corruption that is the underlying issue.
yeah, obviously let us know in the comments. It's important people read these comment sections.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Protest bot talent. Bahut talent.
Best hangout place, Delhi right now.
Mizoram. That is simple. It's just...
Yeah, they seem to
It's just
be
Gen Z being Gen Z.
ये नज़म कश्मीर का नाम है, ये नज़म एमयू का नाम है, ये नज़म जामिया का नाम है, ये नज़म यूपी का नाम है, ये नज़म जेएनयू का नाम है, दिल्ली का नाम है, ये नज़म उन तमाम जगहों का नाम है जहाँ रात के अंधेरों में जुल्म ढाया गया कायरों बुज़दिलों के द्वारा, कि सब याद रखा जाएगा, सब याद रखा जाएगा, सब
I love
याद
that
रखा जाएगा।
poetry.
और
It's not a
तुम्हारी
dying
लाठियों
art in
और
India.
गोलियों से जो कत्ल हुए हैं मेरे यार
so
सब,
passionate.
तुम्हारी लाठियों और गोलियों से जो कत्ल हुए हैं मेरे यार सब, उनकी याद में दिलों को बर्बाद रखा जाएगा, सब याद रखा जाएगा।
Yeah,
Cool.
I mean, obviously, heavy topic, but I love the fact that it's super important. I really like that about India, that it preserves the old ways.
I agree.
It's super important. It continues to do so in certain moments, especially in arts.
Especially when it comes to the new generations, we're so fast moving in this era, and so incredibly easy to make things disposable. That is actually really nice, and it's quite enriching as in the human experience to see the old expression still be done so passionately.